Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to jump back 800 years to decode a really beautiful piece of classical Korean poetry. Now, on the surface, it seems to be about a simple mirror. But hidden inside its ancient characters is this profound spiritual meaning, and we are going to unlock it together, one character at a time.
Okay, here it is. This is our puzzle for today, an 800-year-old poem called The Mirror, written in its original Hanja or Sino-Korean characters. And you know, for anyone out there learning Korean, getting a handle on these characters is like finding a key to this whole hidden library of literature and philosophy. So let's see what secrets this one holds.
So, who wrote this? A poet named Bak Ho from the medieval Goryeo period. And, like I said, at first glance, it looks like it's just about a mirror. But, as we're about to see, it holds a secret that goes way, way beyond a simple reflection.
All right, so let's start by translating the first two lines. They beautifully describe what seems to be just an ordinary physical mirror. We're going to break them down character by character. Now, this is a really crucial point for any student of Korean. When we read these Hanja characters, we have to use their Korean pronunciations, the yum, not the Chinese ones. So looking at our table here, the character for bright, that's myung, is pronounced myung, not ming. Let's read them out. We've got myung for bright, yo for like, ilwol for sun and moon, chung for clear, and su for water. So when you put all those pieces together, you get our first line, bright as the sun and moon, clear as water. The grammar is pretty straightforward. Brightness like the sun and moon, clearness like water. It's just a perfect, vivid image.
Okay, let's do the same thing for the second line's characters. Here we have owe, which means outside, and jo, meaning to reflect. Then we get Yeon-chi, which is this really cool compound word for beauty and ugliness. And finally, we've got ne for inside and sim for mind or heart. And this just brilliantly lays out the mirror's function. See the parallel structure? Outside, it reflects beauty and ugliness. Inside, it reflects the mind. I mean, it's a perfect description of what we see and maybe what we feel when we look into a mirror. But this is where the poem gets really, really interesting.
So those first two lines gave us a perfect description of a glass mirror. But then, the poem takes this sharp turn away from the everyday and dives right into the world of philosophy.
And right here is where we hit a major contradiction. The third line says, 我鉴常不变, which translates to, my mirror is eternally unchanging. But wait a minute, that makes no sense, right? We all know a physical mirror can crack, it can tarnish, it can break. So what kind of mirror is he really talking about?
Well, the secret is hiding in a single term, Won-tong. Now, you would never use this word to describe a piece of glass. As you can see, Won-tong is a specialized Buddhist term. It means a state of perfect, complete enlightenment, a wisdom that sees the ultimate truth. This word right here, it's our key. It changes everything.
With that one word, Won-tong, the entire poem just transforms. The poet has switched from describing a physical object to talking about a state of being. We're not looking at glass anymore. We're looking at consciousness itself.
And just like that, it clicks. We get it. Bak Ho isn't talking about something that's hanging on a wall. He's describing something found deep within. He's talking about the enlightened mind itself.
In the Korean Buddhist tradition, this is known as the mind's mirror, or uimun. It's not something you can buy in a store. It's a faculty you discover within yourself through deep meditation. It's described as this perfectly clear inner awareness, a way of seeing things that goes far beyond our normal senses. And unlike a glass mirror, this one can never, ever be broken.
So, now that we understand the mirror is actually the enlightened mind, that final kind of mysterious line of the poem really starts to open up. Let's see how this new understanding completely transforms its meaning.
可憐群動自浮沈, it talks about pity, or maybe compassion, for the floating and sinking of the masses. Now, with the mind's mirror as our lens, this can be interpreted in two incredibly profound ways. This leaves us with this beautiful ambiguity. Is the poet using his enlightened mind's mirror to look inward, just watching his own thoughts and feelings rise and fall like waves? Or is he looking outward with his deep compassion for all of humanity as we navigate the currents of life? The absolute genius of the poem is that it doesn't give us the answer. It just lets us contemplate both possibilities.
So, let's just quickly trace the incredible journey this short poem has taken us on.
We started with a simple physical mirror. Then, the whole thing pivoted on that one Buddhist term, Won-tong, which revealed this profound metaphor, the unbreakable mind's mirror that's within us. And it all ends with a gaze that is either deeply internal or universally compassionate. This is exactly why learning Hanja is so rewarding. It's not just about memorizing characters, it's the key to unlocking the deepest layers of Korean culture and philosophy.
In the end, this 800-year-old poem isn't just some historical artifact, it's an invitation. Bak Ho uses the mirror to ask a timeless question, not just to himself, but to every single one of us. So as you go about your day, it's worth asking yourself, what does my mind's mirror reflect today? Thanks for joining this explainer.